I left these out overnight just to get a feel for how they would react to the current temperature here in our zone 8B. They did absolutely wonderful. So that means that we are ready to plant out into the big garden. Let's get started. As you can see, this is the weed blocking material that I decided just to leave down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn holes into the weed blocking material just as I did over here last season, and the holes are still there. So those holes are ready for me just to plant into. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and then we'll be ready to plant out. So give me a few minutes, guys, and we will be ready to plant out. So the downside of the weed blocking material, just so you'll know, is that the weeds do grow in the holes. So that's not bad. It's not bad when you look overall at what we have. And that's nothing for me to just to pick out those few weeds. It's better than just picking out all of the weeds in this whole area. So stay tuned. Wait on me to burn the holes. I will show you just how I burn the holes, and then we'll be moving along. That's one of the holes burned. I'm going to come down a little bit to maybe right here, and I'm going to burn another hole. Let me get you set up so that you can see it. And what I'm doing is I'm going to stay on this line, guys, but I'm coming down a little bit as I'm spacing out to plant, and I'm going to burn another hole. That's one more hole planted and ready, and I'm going to keep on down this way. That's another hole, and I'm going to just keep down my row until I'm ready to finish with that row, and I will start to plant out my seedlings. Stay tuned. So just like that, we have one row completed and ready to plant in. And I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and do a few rows so that I won't have to stop when I begin to plant out. I'll just add my little fertilizer and my amendments into the little soil holes, and then I'll be ready to plant out. So I'm going to do maybe a couple of more rows, and then we'll be ready to plant out. We are back. Our holes are all in. So we are back and we are ready to plant out. A few days ago, I ordered in some jumbo peanuts from Urban Farmer, and the weather was not ideal, so I did not plant them out. What I did was put them in a seed tray, and today I'm going to just plant them out in this area because the soil is soft in this area. It's aerated, and so those peanuts should do fine in this area. I had already pulled up the weed blocking material from this little area, so I'm going to put them in here, put down some fertilizer, and I'll leave them for about 5 months, and according to the research, they should be ready to pull up out of the ground by then, and we should have some peanuts. So we're going to hope for the best here. And I'm just going to plop them out of the pot that I had them in. They should still be encapsulated there. And I'm just going to plant them there. And again, I'm leaving them for 5 months. And hopefully we'll have some peanuts. making sure that I space them out well enough. I'm putting a line there because I think what I'm doing is I'm going to just do 3 rows according to the cell tray, so that everyone will have room to spread out and do their thing. And just like that, the peanuts are planted in. I'm putting down my markers so that I won't forget what I have here. And in 5 months, we'll be roasting peanuts, guys. So we hope. Down from the peanuts that we just planted, I had some more little cutout spots in the wheat blocking material. So what I'm going to put there would be kohlrabi, and they are doing well. Some of those are just starting out, and I think that they'll be fine as long as I keep an eye on them. I think they'll do well just to keep growing in this area here. So here goes in this area. So I just put down the fertilizer here, and if you're not sure what I'm using, I always use the Espoma Organic Garden Tone. It is organic. I don't measure what I'm putting down. I kind of eyeball it and do a guesstimation. If you are one of those people that do measure out, then on the back, it does give you the proper measurements of it and all of that, if that's what you want to, if you want to go by the directions. I just don't, because it is an organic fertilizer, so it shouldn't burn your plants at all. It just puts more nutrients and add those nutrients in there. So I'm gonna put, I may be able to fit maybe 2 safely there, 1 there and 1 there. So that's what I think I'm going to do to give them enough room to grow, because those roots on the kohlrabi, they can get pretty big. So this is the good thing about using, and oh, by the way, this is a bootstrap former planter or a pot. The good thing about that is that it has a little hole in the middle that you can pretty much pop out your plant without disturbing much of the root system. And again, see those roots? They are very good roots here. So I'm going to just plop it in and put it in place. And I'm going to put another one here. This one is not a bootstrap form or tray, so I'm probably going to have to, well, it didn't give me much trouble getting out of there, so that's a good thing. And they are in place. And everything that you see me planting, I am going to come back through, give them a good drink of water once I finish. Moving on to the next one. Again, my fertilizer is in there. And I'm just digging a big enough hole. another bootstrap farmer tray, and if you can see the hole there, I'm gonna push up, and as you can see, it did come out very clean. And I'm going to continue to plant the kohlrabi. I may have to, because I think I have, well, I'm going to put that one there, and then I have about 4 left. We have about 4 of the kohlrabi seedlings left. So I'm going to go through and just intertwine them between the garlic and the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts, just to wedge them in somewhere in an empty space. It's about 4 left. There's an empty hole here, so I think I'm going to put one there. We'll see what happens. And then I'm going on down to this one. And I'm going to insert one right in that hole. I have 2 more to go, and I'm going to put those in those 2 holes. Well, that one just fell out, but hopefully we saved part of the root on it. So I'm going to backfill that a little bit and plant it there. Hopefully it'll take off. And we have 1 more to go. Falling apart, guys. We're gonna put them out there. Okay, and as you can see, these are the broccoli. So what I think I'm gonna do with the broccoli is, before it gets too hot and it goes to seed, I'm going to come through and take off some of the bottom leaves, just to promote trying to get it to come to a head quicker. That's what I plan to do today, along with the plant out. So you saw me plant out the kohlrabi, the peanuts, and then I have so much more to do, and I will come back as I am probably halfway finished. I won't bore you with all of that, because this will be an awful long video if I took the time and did all of that, so stay tuned. This is an Isis candy cherry tomato. I'm going to put it in that hole. I did dig the hole very deep. I'm going to try to get it out of here. Again, this root system. Am I getting it for you? There we go. So, again, we're going to disturb the memory so that it will not choke itself out. It has a very good root system. And then I'm going to come in and remove these bottom leaves. This is called a sucker. Anytime you have the sucker on there to achieve bigger fruit on your plant, you're going to remove the sucker as well. So those little, I don't think there's another one on here. Well, there's one coming in if you can see it real good. So I'll go in and remove that a little later. It's very tiny. And then I'm just going to plant this one to its hole. And I'm going to backfill it. It's nice and secure. That's the Isis cherry. And this particular tomato is said to give off a lot of fruit. I will go back and stake it up as well. But the fruit on this particular tomato should be very sweet. A lot of children like it because it tastes like candy. And moving on. I wanted to show you what I meant by the tomato suckers. So this is a sun gold tomato. And right in here between the leaves, you see the suckers. To get a bigger tomato, you want to come in and just pinch off those suckers. It's just personal if you want bigger tomatoes. Some people don't care and they leave the suckers in all. The suckers just create another branch for your tomatoes to bloom out. And it gives you more tomatoes instead of bigger tomatoes. So for more tomatoes, you can leave the suckers on absolutely, and you'll get more tomatoes. I am mixing it up this year. Some of the suckers I will be pulling and some I will leave on. So I just wanted to come on and just explain a little better what I meant by suckers and pinching off. I will definitely link everything for you that I'm using today up under the comment section or right up under this particular video. The burner and the drill bits and the tools that I'm using today, I will link them for you. Okay, family and friends, as I promised, we are at the halfway mark. And so here we are. We have some bush beans planted in. We have squash planted in. What else? The corn is planted in. All of the peppers, all of the tomatoes, all of the kohlrabi, and the peanuts. So we have a little bit more to go, which is right here. And we'll get the roselle planted in. And we have a few more peppers and sunflowers and the basil. And I think I'm finished for today. I am pooped out, guys. So thanks for joining me again at the garden spot. I hope to see you next time, guys. Be well and be blessed. Bye-bye.